Have you ever wondered what billionaires do with their money? Sure, they buy yachts, private jets, and sprawling mansions. But there's another, more subtle asset class that the ultra-wealthy are obsessed with: art. This isn't just about hanging a pretty picture on the wall. This is about strategy, power, and building billion-dollar empires. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the secretive world of high-end art and revealing how it has become one of the most powerful tools for wealth creation and preservation. This is the story of how brushstrokes and bronze sculptures forge fortunes. First, let's get one thing straight. When we talk about billionaire art, we're not talking about a weekend trip to a local gallery. We're talking about masterpieces, works by Picasso, Monet, Basquiat, or Warhol. These aren't just decorative items, they are blue-chip assets, as solid as real estate or stocks. Why? Scarcity. There's only one Mona Lisa. There's a finite number of Picassos from his blue period. Unlike stocks, which can be issued endlessly, or currency, which can be printed, the supply of masterpieces is fixed. This inherent scarcity makes them an incredible store of value, especially during times of economic uncertainty. When the stock market tumbles, a Warhol doesn't lose its intrinsic worth. In fact, it often becomes even more desirable as a safe haven for capital. It's a tangible asset you can see and touch, a piece of history that holds its value against inflation and market volatility. Now, let's talk numbers. The art market is colossal, estimated to be worth over $65 billion annually. But the real magic happens behind the scenes. Billionaires don't just buy art, they leverage it. Imagine you're a billionaire who needs $50 million in cash for a new business venture. Instead of selling off stocks and triggering a massive capital gains tax bill, you can take your $100 million Jean-Michel Basquiat painting to a specialized art lender. They'll give you a loan for a significant percentage of the painting's value, say $50 million at a competitive interest rate. You get the cash you need, you avoid the taxes, and you still own the painting. As the painting continues to appreciate in value over the years, the loan essentially pays for itself. This is a financial maneuver the average person simply doesn't have access to. A powerful tool for generating liquidity while keeping your most valuable assets. But the financial engineering doesn't stop there. Art is a key component of sophisticated tax planning. Many of the world's most famous museums are filled with art that is on loan from private collectors. Why do they do this? By donating art to a museum or a charitable foundation, collectors can receive enormous tax deductions, often based on the art's appreciated market value, not what they originally paid for it. Let's say a collector bought a painting for $1 million a decade ago, and it's now appraised at $20 million. By donating it, they can potentially offset $20 million of their taxable income. Some even set up their own private museums, like the Broad in Los Angeles, founded by Eli and Edith Broad. This allows them to share their collection with the public, gain cultural prestige, and benefit from massive tax advantages, all while ensuring their collection is cared for in a state-of-the-art facility. It's a brilliant synergy of philanthropy, public relations, and financial planning. Furthermore, art is the ultimate currency of social status and influence. Owning a significant piece of art isn't just a financial statement, it's a cultural one. It grants you entry into an exclusive global club of collectors, museum trustees, and cultural influencers. When a billionaire hosts a dinner party and a genuine Rothko is hanging in their dining room, it sends a powerful message. It says they are not just rich, but also sophisticated, cultured, and connected. This social capital is invaluable. It opens doors to deals, partnerships, and opportunities that money alone can't buy. Being seen at major art fairs like Art Basel or Frieze, bidding at Christie's or Sotheby's, it's all part of building a personal brand. In this world, your art collection becomes an extension of your identity, a testament to your taste and power. Think about someone like François Pinault, the founder of the luxury group Kering, which owns brands like Gucci and Saint Laurent. He is also one of the world's most formidable art collectors, with a collection of over 10,000 works. He has opened not one, but 3 private museums in Venice and Paris to house his collection. This isn't just a hobby. His deep involvement in the art world creates an aura of cultural authority that reflects back onto his luxury brands. The worlds of high art and high fashion are deeply intertwined. The creativity, exclusivity, and prestige of the art world bolster the image of his fashion houses, making their products seem more like works of art themselves. It's a masterclass in brand synergy, where the passion for art directly fuels the business empire. Another fascinating aspect is the concept of free ports. These are ultra-secure, climate-controlled warehouses located in tax-neutral territories like Geneva, Singapore, or Luxembourg. Billionaires can store their priceless art collections in these facilities for years or even decades without paying import taxes or VAT. Art can be bought and sold entirely within the walls of the free port, changing hands without ever seeing the light of day or being registered in a public transaction. This creates an incredibly discreet and efficient market, operating outside the traditional regulatory and tax frameworks. It's a parallel financial system for the ultra-wealthy, where billions of dollars in assets are traded in complete privacy. This level of confidentiality is simply unattainable in other asset classes like real estate or public equities. So, how does one even begin to build a collection that can function this way? It's not about simply picking what you like. Billionaires rely on teams of expert art advisors. These advisors have deep knowledge of art history, market trends, and a network of contacts with galleries and auction houses. They help collectors identify undervalued artists, secure access to the most sought-after works, and navigate the complex bidding process at auctions. They essentially act as wealth managers for the art portfolio, ensuring that every acquisition is not only aesthetically pleasing, but also a sound financial investment with the potential for significant appreciation. They help build a coherent collection that tells a story, which increases its overall value far beyond the sum of its individual pieces. The influence of these mega collectors also shapes the art market itself. When a prominent billionaire starts collecting a particular artist, the market takes notice. Prices for that artist's work can skyrocket almost overnight. This gives them the power to, in a way, make an artist's career and influence the trajectory of art history. This is both a huge responsibility and an incredible power. By championing certain artists, they are not just speculating. They are actively shaping our cultural legacy, deciding which creative voices will be remembered for generations to come. Their patronage supports the creation of new art and sustains the ecosystem of galleries and artists. In the end, the relationship between art and billion-dollar fortunes is a symbiotic one. Art provides a stable store of value, a tool for sophisticated financial engineering, a passport to the global elite, and a way to build a lasting cultural legacy. In return, the immense wealth of billionaires fuels the art market, supports artists, and funds the institutions that preserve these treasures for all of us. So, the next time you see a headline about a painting selling for a 9-figure sum, don't just see it as an extravagant purchase. See it for what it is, a strategic move in the high-stakes game of building and sustaining an empire. A silent testament to the enduring power of art to create wealth, influence, and meaning. It's a world where culture is currency, and a canvas can be as powerful as a corporation. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of art and wealth. If you found this fascinating, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more content that explores the intersection of business, finance, and culture. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.